What's up, guys? Today I am ranking every season in Fortnite with a tier list. We are starting off obviously with season 1, which I did not play. So I can't really say anything about it. I didn't play it, but I know there was a lot of bugs, it was the very first season of Fortnite. So it'd probably be the most nostalgic, one of the most nostalgic seasons, but I didn't play it, so I can't really say much about it. Moving on. These aren't in order, but it's Season X. No one get mad at me, okay? No one get mad at me for what I'm about to do. A season. It's an A season. It's an A season. Minus the Mechs, right? Minus the Mechs. This season was awesome. It introduced our first look at no build with Tilted Town, which eventually changed into Gotham, which is absolutely unbelievable. You had Greasy coming back, although it did have the damn tacos, man. That stuff was freaking crazy. But, you had Greasy coming back. Dusty was back. The factories were back. Like, it brought back so much stuff. And, that was when the storyline was in full effect. And then let's not forget the end event. So, if you hate Season X, that's all you. But I honestly loved this season. It still is the best season that's closing out a chapter. And from Season X into Chapter 2, Season 1. I'm going to give it a C. There's no D here. I'll have to add that in. I'm giving Chapter 2, Season 1 a C. Very long season. Very long. That was from October to what, like January? Super long season. New map, but as the days went on, it, kind of got boring. There was just no new POIs, barely any new weapon. I don't even think there was a single new weapon. Okay, so Chapter 2, Season 2. So this is going in order for now. But eventually it'll go back to Chapter 1. Chapter 2, Season 2. Also an A. You guys might be thinking I'm crazy for putting it, on par with Season X. It's my opinion, okay? It's my opinion. Season 2, there's a reason why I don't like it as much as some of these other ones. In Season 2, I lost the Fortnite account that I've been using for the entirety of Chapter 1 and then Chapter 2, Season 1. So my OG account, I was logged out of it at the start of Season 2. And I did something where I deleted it and I lost everything, all my OG skins and everything. So that took a huge chunk out of the enjoyability I had for Season 2 because I was restarting on a new account. Travis Scott event was awesome. That was probably the best, if it's not one of the best, events in Fortnite history. And then you had the Device event, where we were briefly in first person. We finally got to see Jones. The storyline for Chapter 2 kicked off there. 2 events in one season is crazy, bro. And then Chapter 2, Season 3. I'm giving it a C. I'm giving it a C as well. This season wasn't that bad. I remember dropping in first day and seeing all the guns that returned was sick. Chug Jugs were back. Burst was back. Bolt Actions were back. P90s were back. It was a great loot pool. It was a good season. It was a good summer season, and I loved the flooded map. So you know what? I'm putting this at B. I'm putting it at B. Because if I think about it, it's not the same as this. It's better than Chapter 2, Season 1. On to Chapter 2, Season 4, the Marvel season. People were mad about this. People were mad about this. They were like, we want the Battle Pass to be original. We don't want it to be all collabs. So, but this was the first and the last season that was themed off of, a collab. Oh, it's tough. But I'm putting it B because, think about it, all Marvel skins in the Battle Pass is fucking awesome. That's awesome. You had Iron Man, you had Storm, Wolverine was a secret skin, you had Groot, right? It was so cool. And then plus all the other Marvel skins that got released during the time. I mean, it was a dream if you're a hardcore Marvel fan, like I am, you know. And, you know, the live event, Galactus live event, we should have lost. Map should have gotten destroyed right then and there, but you know how Fortnite's events go, you know. They're good either way, so that's why this season goes into B. And also, you had the entire Stark POI that came in halfway through the season. That's a nice, refreshing, huge change to the map. It was pretty good. I have little words for Chapter 2, Season 5. If D was here, I wouldn't even put D. This season, you had all the changes in the beginning, and then nothing. The theming of the season was collabs, right? Which did nothing to the actual game itself. It was literally like an item shop based season. You had no new guns coming in with the new skins. You had no new POIs except for the small little Star Wars one. It was all skins, all collabs, no content, if that makes sense, which I think it makes perfect sense. And now we're on to Chapter 2, Season 6. Everybody has got to bear with me on this one, okay? You guys got to bear with me on this one. I'm putting it at C, and this is because of my personal experience. I had so many fucking wins in Season 6 with Brody and with Ryan as well. Just trios and duo wins were off the charts for my standard. That season was fantastic. Introduced crafting. Some of the most fun shit. You know, you could go in and get whatever gun you'd like by getting mechanical parts. I mean, that shit was so fun. We would land risky every game and get like purple loadouts instantly. It was amazing. We'd get so many kills, a lot of wins, and it was just, for me, it was fun. The POIs were terrible. I will not lie. The you know, the primal POIs, probably one of the worst bunch of POIs we've had. I mean, the primal shotgun, we all know what that motherfucker did to us. Yeah, loot pool wasn't that good. Like, the new guns, primal guns, weren't good. POIs weren't good. But the crafting was amazing. I mean, I think there was decent mobility, right? They added the car mods in this season. Oh, let's not forget, Season 3 also added cars. But yeah, so Season 6 gets C for me. Because I think it was average. But it wasn't as bad as people say it was. Chapter 1, Season 2. It's going in A. It's going in A. Nah, you know what? It's going in S, baby. It's going in S. This is the most nostalgic season, okay? You had the first Christmas event in Fortnite history. So nostalgic. You had all the OG skins, which would eventually return. But at the time, oh my god, man, the memories, bro. This was the season that I started on. So good. The nostalgia alone takes it up to S. Not even counting, like, the new gameplay and stuff. It was so good, bro. And then that obviously introduced Tilted. It was like the cherry on top, bro. So good. Into Season 3, Chapter 1. Also an S. I mean, this is where Fortnite starts to go on the absolute hot streak of fantastic seasons. Season 3, it didn't really... It added a few things, right? But the game was just so new and so fresh and fun that it didn't even matter if they added, like the smallest thing. People were still going to have so much fun. And you obviously had the John Wick skin, the Reaper. I mean, what a season, bro. What a season. On to Season 4. My personal favorite. Season 4. This is where the storyline finally started, like, cranking into gear, bro. You had the meteor at the end of Season 3. Watching that meteor in Season 3 get closer and closer was so hype. And then, boom, Season 4, it crashes. Dusty Depot destroyed. I mean, this shit was so amazing. And then you had Omega versus Carbide. Those skins were fantastic. I did not get the lights, by the way. It was terrible. I think I was level 75. I had to be level 80. I was 5 levels away. It wouldn't matter in the end because I'd lose my account, but, you know, it would have been nice to have. And you had the rocket event in Season 4. You had the whole storyline of the visitor crashing down on the island, coming out of the meteor, building his rocket and then launching back up, which would eventually make the huge rift for Season 5, which I'm going to put in A. I mean, are we noticing a trend here? Every season from Chapter 1 is probably going to be A or higher, maybe some B. Season 5 was so fucking awesome. You had Kevin coming in for the first time. You had ATKs, that was like our first real vehicle besides shopping carts. I mean, you had the spam weapons, man. Ugh. That shit was crazy, bro. I get flashbacks from those. I'm not even talking about the fucking flashbacks that I got. Search 7 chests and risky reels. We will not speak of that. But, I mean, Season 5 introduced a lot of things. You know, rifts, paradise, sand biome. Oh, man, it was so good, bro. It was so good. I stayed home during the summer to play this. Played it all day. Season 6. I'm going to put it in B. Kevin, you know, going into Loot Lake, making it all bouncy. We're like, oh, that's it? Okay, it made Loot Lake bouncy. It's cool, but, you know, that's it. And then, it's a giant freaking island. It's a huge-ass island. Out of nowhere, you can glide up to it and shit. That was, you know, up there, it has some of the most crazy fucking fights ever. The place was just crazy. That island was crazy. And I think it started moving. Oh, no, that's Season 10. Oh, no, it did start. Yeah, it was moving in Season 6. And then, you know, we're playing. We get the Fortnite mares, which was awesome. And then the zombies, you know, more flashbacks, more trauma. But then we start seeing this little iceberg off the coast. And then bang, Season 7 comes in. And Season 7, everybody, is a fucking S-tier season. It's an S-tier season. No, scratch that. S+. Season 7. One of my favorite. That is top 2, and it's 2. I mean, Christmas, full effect, you know. You have, oh my god, man. It was just so good. It was just so good. Yeah, the whole ass snow biome, which we weren't expecting it to be that big. That shit was fucking huge. Shit was huge. You know, with Chapter 1, there's always some broken thing. The planes were unreal. I think one of my greatest clips came from a plane. I sniped someone with a heavy sniper. No, it was a hunting rifle. Off of another plane. I was on the plane, sniped him off the other plane. You had Creative as well. Creative came out in Season 7. I mean, the whole Battle Pass was awesome. The live event wasn't that good. It was kind of just the Ice King making the entire map snow, which is cool, but a bit underwhelming. And I mean, how can I forget the Infinity Blade? That shit in competitive was a fucking problem, man. And then, you know, did they nerf it? Oh, they just straight up got rid of it, I think. I forget. It was crazy. Season 8. You know, Season 7, you know, the whole storyline of, like, the fire guy breaking out of the ice palace of Polar Peak, going over to Wailing Woods. And you start to see, like, embers in Wailing Woods. And a whole ass fucking volcano comes out. This shit is A, bro. Season 8. Oh, man, it was such a good season. Because, you know, Apex came out around Season 8. So Fortnite made the Battle Pass fucking free. They made the Battle Pass free. They're like, alright, Apex, new Battle Royale. Thinking they can compete with us? Hell no. Boom. Battle Pass is free. Perfect idea. Literally so fun going in that volcano. You had all the other POIs. You had Lazy Lagoon, the pirate POI, man. That was so good. You had ballers. You had cannons. Oh, it was such a good season. Truly, I could put it in an S, bro. I'm putting it in an S. Now that I think back at it, I mean, it was. I'm like lost for words. It was such a good season. The event. Volcano erupts, destroys Tilted. That ripped my heart out. And then destroyed retail. Hit Polar Peak. It hit Polar Peak. And then in Season 9, the monster starts peeking his way out of the giant, you know, ice mountain. You can see his eye looking through. And he gets out. Right? And Neo Tilted. You got Mega Mall. Slipstreams, which were fantastic. You have the actual John Wick collab with the TAC AR. The pump gets vaulted. People were pissed about that. But then the World Cup rolls around. And you see all these pros going crazy with the combat in the World Cup, man. Like Booga, it was unreal. Unreal. And then, the live event was, I think, my personal favorite. Monster versus Mech. Shit was so gas, man. They were duking it out on the fucking map, bro. Going hand to hand. Fucking Mech rips out the 0 point. That's where we saw it for the first time. Beats the shit out of the monster, bro. The sword was the statue and Neo tilted all along. We would never have thought. So awesome, man. Seeing that Mech get built was lit. I'm going to swap these two. I'm going to put Season 8 at A, Season 9 at S. But Chapter 2, Season 7, the Alien season, people were asking for this for so long. They were just dying to get Aliens. We finally got it. Like the whole They're Coming thing. I'm putting it at... Oh, it's tough, bro. I'm going to put it at B. It's debatable with C. But then I look at these other ones and I'm thinking it was honestly better than these two. So B. The fucking mothership minigame was completely different. Completely different. You had the gravity gun. You had the, like that plasma gun. Oh, man. Storyline took off there. That's where you really started to learn, who Sloan is, who the IO are. Eventually, we get to the event. You realize there's a billion freaking cubes. There's not just one. That the aliens are the ones that have the cube. They're the ones that... that's where the cube's from. It's from the aliens. It's from the Cube Queen. That event was pretty good. Except for the part, where you see the entire map exploding. And then you load into Season 8. And nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Goes into D. Epic Games just, hopped onto their season updating, whatever. Let's color the grass. Let's just color the grass orange. Add a few crashed UFO parts and call it a day. There was nothing really added to that season. It kind of did suck my ass. And, we didn't really play a lot of it at all. The end event was good. I think the only thing keeping it from F is the end event. Like, you got a season, revolving around the cube, and they didn't execute it to its full potential at all. And that takes us into Chapter 3, Season 1, which is by far one of my favorite seasons. S+, argue with a absolute wall. Argue with a wall. This season was Fortnite's, third prime. Behind Season 2 and then OG. Dude, we finally got Spider-Man in the game, and then they blew it out of the water. Spider-Man Mythics. We were swinging from trees in this season, bro. We had, the storyline with the 7 going full force. We had an entire POI dedicated to them. The map, the Chapter 3 map. Greatest, one of the best maps that I think I have ever played on. Season 1, so good. You were up late revealing it the day before while your character's floating in the water after you just seen the map flip. Oh man, it was so good. Chapter 3, Season 1. Unreal season. Loot pool was decent. It could have been better. It was decent. And then the IO drills their way back up. I'm putting it at A. I'm putting it at A, okay? I'm putting Chapter 3, Season 2 at A. One of the best seasons. It was so cool. You had the IO and the 7, right? Battling it out. We got our first little teaser of that in the Season 8 finale event. And now we finally have them battling it out. You had blimps in the sky. We literally had tanks. We had tanks that we were driving around and shit. You had the giant siege cannons. New weapons came out that you could counter tanks with. Oh man, it was so fun. Stuff was getting destroyed, blown up. It was so good, bro. This is where I think the current storyline peaked. It peaked, right? And then after season 3, it kind of went down. And then the event going up to the moon, piloting the mech, the new mech. Oh. I mean, that shit was, I mean, I'll say it again, man. It was gas. Yeah, and then season 3 rolls around. And we don't really get a lot of stuff. Okay, season 3, alright, it's C. I'll put it in C. I'll be generous. We don't get a lot of stuff. I get it. The season is based on, you know, it's supposed to be like a chill season. That's the theme, right? They took that too seriously. It was a decent summer season, I will not lie. But once again, the summer event for this one wasn't that good. Which, by the way, summer event for season 9 was the best one, still to date. Interesting, they somehow found out how to add an entire biome, but it didn't have any POIs that were themed around the biome. But yeah, it was pretty much a boring season to get through the summer with, and it didn't get much better in Chapter 3, Season 4. I'm putting it at D, bro. I don't even think I gotta really explain much about this. Bad theme. Bad theme, man. Chrome, like, what are we talking about? You know, the Herald teased at the end of this season's trailer. But, man, what is... She controls Chrome. Like, okay, if I have a flamethrower, I mean, I'm blocking it, you know? Like... And she's a part of the last reality. And then... You know, you got the POIs getting lifted up and stuff by, like, the no-sweat balloons and stuff. But, I mean... It was just weird. You had, like, these weird reality trees where they would spawn in the... Like, the new... Or, like, the newer versions of the old POIs. Like, you had, like, pirate POIs coming in. And you had, like, Neo buildings coming in. It was weird, though. It was, like... Who cares? You know, like... There was no significant changes. The loot pool was really bad. And then we get to the event. Chapter 3 finale event. We're all shocked that there's only 4 seasons. Right? Get to the event. It's called Fracture. We're like, holy shit. Map's getting covered in chrome. You know? It's called Fracture. People were starting to piece together, you know, like, map's going to harden with all the chrome and then crack apart. We're going to have to fight the Herald. Bro, we watched a cinematic of the Herald losing to her own powers. And then we go and rebuild the island, which was cool. You know, with the whole paradigm narrating and stuff, and then, like, the 0 point pulling in different parts. But, I mean, it was just like a... It was like, this event was created in UEFN. But it was shit. Like, it wasn't that good. And then it brought us into Chapter 4, Season 1, the current chapter. And this season wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It's a B for me. This is where I started getting back into the YouTube, right? Back into the streams. So that upgrades it on the list a little bit more. The new items, like the Citadel Geno items, were pretty cool. The shield was useful. The hammer was great. It was solid. It's B. They could have done more map changes, but yeah, I put it at B. Storyline wasn't that good though. And then I completely lost track of it in Season 2, which I'm going to also put in B. I'm also going to put it in B. You had Mega City, right? You had Mega City. This is probably one of the best themes for a new season that wasn't executed to its full potential. I'll say that again. Mega City looks amazing from the outside, and then you get into it, and it's just really tall, hollow buildings. Swords were great. I will not lie. The Eren Yeager, the Attack on Titan mythics were great. The Miles Morales Spider-Verse mythics were great. Current season, Chapter 4, Season 3. I'm putting it as C right now. If I could put something between C and D, I would, but I'm putting it as C right now. Start of the season was horrible. New jungle biome looks lit, right? But there's no new, like, standout item or weapon. There's no new standout item or weapon. And then the lack of mobility was crazy. We went from having ODM gear, Spider-Man Mythic, to flat out nothing. As this season's gone on to present day, it's gotten better. They introduced shockwaves, brought back the pump, although a little worse now. But that's because it's like a different style. It's longer ranged. Brought back grapple gloves. They really improved on the mobility. The Mammoth pistol, best gun in the game currently. They've improved it, right? They've improved it. Battle Pass is decent. Optimus Prime really, when I saw him, I was like, holy shit! It's like this is like dream come true. Childhood favorite skin coming into the game. That's my full list. We didn't play season 1, but everything else we did play. 3 in the S Plus, 3 in the S, and then you have all these other ones that don't quite match up to these 6. But they're all fantastic, bro. And keep in mind, no event for Chapter 4 Season 1, Season 2, and so far no event for this one. We haven't had a true event since the War season. I'm not even counting Fracture. So it's been a long time. It's been over a year since we've had a true event of all Fortnite seasons up to date. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and use code LeoJS in the item shop.